Hello, how's everybody? How is everybody doing today? Everybody good? Can everybody hear me fine? Let's see. Let's see who can hear me fine. It's been a long, long day. How's everybody coming in? Everybody's showing up. Let me say hi to everybody that's been here. Hello, Cruise Nuts. How are you? Good evening. Hey, Eddie Lugo Studios. How you been? On deck with CB. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thanks for coming onto the show. Hello, Miss Alice Lugo Studio. How you been, my love? Hopefully you're having a good day and a good evening. Let me see who else. Mike and Rihanna. Hey, how are you? How's everybody? Well, I'm back, guys. We're gonna talk. We have a lot to talk about in today's show. And I apologize, I changed it to 9 o'clock is that I had a doctor's appointment earlier today and it conflicted with the time. So thank you so much for being here today with us. We have a lot of information. I actually, for those of you that are here, I actually put a poll. I'm looking into maybe 2 more cruises. The thing is that the dates haven't showed up yet. I was looking at Wonder of the Seas, but the dates for 2025 they're not there yet. So far, if we're gonna, I'm gonna start off with that information because that was something that I was doing for you guys while I was off on the Celebrity Ascent, and I had a meeting with my director for Celebrity. And I might be adding a celebrity cruise. I'm just checking with them to see if we can get a really good deal on a celebrity, maybe Celebrity Equinox or the Beyond. But for right now, I have Carnival Celebration for June 12th of June 1st of 2025. And then I actually have a great deal on Start of the Seas for February 22, 2026. I might keep the Start of the Sea because that's on 2026. And maybe we could do that one for that time. When the prices dropped on for Start of the Seas, I went ahead and grabbed, I have 50 cabins that I grabbed at a really low rate. So I'm gonna get everything, all the numbers prepared and all of that. But I did get a whole bunch of cabins. I got 50 on Star, 50 on Carnival Celebration. I have another one for Star of the Seas, but it was a different day that I have not disclosed because I'm trying to go to figure out which one is the better deal. And I also am thinking about Wonder of the Seas and possibly Equinox or Beyond once I actually sit down with Celebrity and hash out all the numbers and figure out where we stand with that. But for right now, I actually put those 2. I noticed that a lot of people are going more towards the Carnival side. Just to let you guys know, the Carnival and the Star of the Seas are kind of like the same pricing. It's like the Start of the Sea is just a little bit higher, but not like by much. So, but I'm going to finish out the numbers because I need to figure out all the numbers and all the categories and cabins that I have so that I can provide all that information out to you guys so that we can start booking these ASAP. I'm happy that you guys are all here. I am happy to be here back from Celebrity Ascent. We're going to talk a little bit about Celebrity Ascent today. And also, there is not much in the for specials or anything like that. I know that Royal and Celebrity, they're running the same specials this week as Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And I think they're going to run it for another week. We haven't gotten an actual set date as of when they're going to cut that off. So if you guys have any Royal or Celebrity and you're still looking for excursions and things like that, just go in there and try to grab them because there's still some specials going on. As far as other specials, I don't have anything going on right now. I haven't, one thing that I had a lot of questions was about Carnival, but Carnival did not put any Black Friday specials or anything like that this year. So I'm really not sure what's going on with that at all. So if you guys have any questions, want to know about the cruise and all of that, I still got to figure out the itinerary. I know that for the celebration, that ship is going to, give me a second. Let me pull it up real quick. That ship is, I know it's going to San Juan, St. Thomas, and someplace else. Give me one quick second and I'll pull it up here real quick for you guys. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, for that one, that ship is going, I know it's going to San Juan, St. Thomas, and I believe, I could be wrong, but I think it might be St. Martin. Because I know the Star of the Seas is leaving out of Port Canaveral, is going to Perfect Day. It has a sea day. It goes to St. Thomas, St. Martin, and it has 2 sea days back. That is the one for Star of the Seas. Okay, and then for Carnival, let me see. Give me a quick second. Let me pull it up here. Okay, for Carnival, that ship is leaving out of Miami on the celebration. It's going to Amber Cove, Dominican Republic, San Juan, and St. Thomas, and then 2 sea days back. I actually have on that one, I have 50 cabins on hold, and I have some balcony and interiors because they didn't have any, celebration doesn't have like ocean views like that. On the Star, I do have some ocean views. I did a variety of different types of cabin. So on that one, we have interiors, we have ocean views, we have infinite verandas, regular balconies, and I think I did a couple of suites. But Eddie, you mean 5 days for the celebration? Both of them are 7 days. Both of them are 7-day cruises. One leaves out of Miami, the other one leaves out of Port Canaveral. I might keep them both, and I'm probably going to drop the other one. Yes, I do have accessible rooms as well. I think I have about, I'm going to say about 10 accessible rooms that I took out on the side. So I do have some of those. So I know that I might just stay with the Star for 2026, and because we'll have a long time, you know, we can just put a deposit and we have a long time, and the prices are not like really bad. Like I think the interior, if I'm not mistaken, the interior was going like for 4,000, the interior, compared to Icon, that an interior is about 5,000 or 6,000 on Icon of the Seas. But like I said, we have a long time, you know, to make those payments, because that's not until February of 2026, meaning we will have to have final payment by December, beginning of December of 2025, which is still gives like a long time, like almost 2 years to pay for Star of the Seas. That's the reason why I did that one so far in advance. But I'm looking into maybe possible Wonder of the Seas. That's another good ship on Royal. And in Celebration, I know Celebration is probably going to be our first group cruise, because a lot of people are picking on Celebration, and I love Celebration. So that might be our first group cruise. And then I'll leave Star for 2026 and then go from there. Because I was thinking of maybe doing 1 per year, or maybe 2, depending on how everybody, you know, how everybody wants to do it. Yeah, it is. It is a lot cheaper. Stardust seems expensive, 4,000 for an interior. It does seem a little bit on the expense, but if you were to look, Mike, at the prices for Icon as of today, they're like you're looking at about between $5,000 to $6,000 for an interior. And keep in mind, I took the Star when they actually dropped in the prices. And I think the inaugural is sold out, because I didn't even get a chance to even pick any of the inaugural dates. But I believe the inaugural is sold out for Star of the Seas. But like I said, you know, it depends. Whoever wants to do it is fine, and if not, it'll be okay. but I do have the cabins available for Star at a lower rate, because eventually those same cabins are probably going to run even maybe in the 5 or the 6,000. So, and we have 2 years to pay. If you think about it, if we were to start booking, let's say January, you have until like December of 2024, 2025, I'm sorry, to finish paying that off. So that's like 2 years to pay it off. But we're probably gonna do the carnival celebration. It's gonna be our first traveling with Tinkerbell, because everybody's is going more towards that side. And then I'm just gonna leave Star. If anybody wants to do Star in 2026, then we get to do Star, in 2026, and get to go on a newer ship and check that ship version out. No, it's not per person. It's for two people, Mike. So that'll be two people in one cabin. So it's not a per person price. Actually, I could tell you exactly right now, because I could go in here. Let me look into my information. I'm gonna give you exactly how much is going to be for if we were to do a one person. I haven't done this yet, but I'm gonna go in here into my group, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how much money we're talking about if we were to book you on this cruise. Hold on. Okay, so if we were to pick an interior cabin, actually, interior is going for $17.99 per person. Ocean view is $2,099 per person. An infinite Central Park balcony is going for $2,469, and an ocean view balcony is going for $2,639 per person. So if you were to do, let's say, an interior cabin, you're gonna do an interior. It'll be for two people, port taxes and fees, no gratuities, no travel protection. You're looking at $3,909.10. That's for your interior. If you're looking at an ocean view cabin for two people, it's $4,509.10 for two people. And a Central Park infinite balcony for two people. This one is going for $5,249.10. And the last one is an ocean view balcony cabin. This is not an infinite, this is a regular balcony cabin. You're looking at $5,589.10. Those prices are not bad at all compared to if you were to book the Icon of the Seas today. So, hey, Michael Patterson, how are you, sir? Welcome in. So that's a really good price if you think about it, Mike. For like, and if you were to do interior, so you're doing it under $4,000 for two people, with port taxes and fees, no gratuities, no travel protection. But it's a brand new ship. It's out of Port Canaveral, which a lot of people like to go out of Port Canaveral. So that's an option. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, celebration is going to be somewhere around that price, a little bit maybe less, but not by much. So we just have to figure it out. But I do have accessible rooms, Eddie. If you're interested on it, we do have accessible rooms because I know that I have some of my clients need accessible. So I took 10 of those cabins out just in case. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, put it on the, I know, Alice, it's expensive, and I've been trying, like I was trying to find, I even tried going into checking out Adventure of the Seas out of Port Canaveral, to see what the pricing is. And they're running, Adventure is running parallel to the pricing with Carnival Celebration. But more than likely, I'm going to do Carnival Celebration because a lot of people are looking more towards that specific ship. And I think that one is also during the summertime. So if families want to bring their kids and things like that, it's easier because the kids are not in school during that time. Yeah, I know. But that's an option. Um, I'm gonna get the numbers for Carnival. Let me see if I'm able to provide you guys with some numbers for our Carnival cruise. Hold on. Let me look it up here real quick. Give me a quick second. I just need to get my group number. Hold on a second. Let me see if I could find it here. Hold on a second. Give me a quick second here. But yeah. Hey, Jess Cody, welcome in. How are you? How you guys been? Okay, so let me see how much are the cabins gonna be on the Carnival celebration. Okay, on Carnival celebration, I only have two types of cabin. I have interiors and I have balconies. The lower interior, that one for two people, you're looking at 2,231.30. That's the total price for that cabin. Keep in mind, there's also some onboard credit and stuff like that that is coming with that package. So it's 2231.30 for the lower interior. If you want to hire like a different category interior, they go up to 2281.30, which is good, is a good price. When it comes to balconies on, because this ship doesn't have ocean view, I did two different categories. One of the balconies is 2,971.30. That's with port fees and taxes and cruise. That has no gratuities. Gratuities is $112 per person, and travel protection, if you want it, is $129 per person. So that's going to be the pricing on one of the balcony cabins. The other one is going to be 2,991.30. And I do have accessible cabins as well on here that I also put in the group. So those are the prices, guys. If you're interested, that's the reason why a lot of people went more with Carnival Celebration, because the prices are much better. So I just wanted to give you some information on that. That way you guys can let me know. If not, then I'll look for a different ship, maybe different itinerary, maybe lower price, and we can start from there. Um, Everything's been good. Just Cody, welcome in. We've just been talking about the Traveling with Tinkerbell group cruise. I've been looking into, and I put a poll on Facebook and on YouTube. So I'm looking at, as of right now, it's looking like more towards Carnival Celebration. So that's where we're going to have our first Traveling with Tinkerbell group cruise, and hopefully we'll have creators there, a lot of people from our community, and it's going to be really nice, and for everybody to get to meet and be at a place where we can all enjoy and have a great time. Now that we talk about all of that business, I just wanted to first of all say thank you to everybody that came in to watch our Across the Wave show last Wednesday. We were live from our Celebrity Ascent cruise. We were invited to come in and check out that beautiful cruise ship. I was there for 2.5 days, and it was magnificent. I was able to, view the whole ship, all the different types of cabins. That's my price personally. I know, just Cody, a lot of people are saying Carnival, so I think that's what I'm saying. We're probably going to do Carnival Celebration for our first group cruise, and the date is going to be June 1st of 2025. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to put all my information on here so that if you guys are interested in that one, let me know. That way I can start booking everybody into those cabins, and then we can get our group cruise on its way. But going back to Carnival, I'm sorry, to the Celebrity Ascent, it's a beautiful ship. That ship is gorgeous. It's I am more in love with the art on that ship. It's so many different types of arts and display, and it's just that ship is beautiful. It's the same ship as the Beyond and the Apex and the Edge, just a little bit different. It's a little bit of different. I guess the look of it, and when you're walking in, it's a little bit different. A lot of the stuff is in the same place as the Apex and the Edge and the Beyond. The only difference on this one is a few venues that are different, and also the art that is different. For a lot of people that I don't know if some of you have traveled on Celebrity, but if you've never been on Celebrity and you one day experience Celebrity, one of the things that you're going to enjoy is that Celebrity has over 500 plus types of different seating and chairs and all of that. So you can go around the whole ship and you will never find like a same chair or whatever around that ship. Every place is different, and every seating area is different, and the chairs are all different. I think there was one creator a long, long time ago. I forgot who it was. Went on a celebrity cruise. They did a vlog, and they actually counted how many chairs. I think it was on the Apex, and they actually showed all the different types of seating areas, and it was pretty cool. When they did that, I was like very impressed to see. I said, "Oh my God, I've been on that ship, and I never like actually thought about it." But yeah, there is a lot of seating arrangements, and the art was really cool to see on this ship. If you guys were on the Across the Wave show or the show that I did on Thursday on the live stream, you probably would have seen there's a lady on the retreat that you can see her, and then she kind of like disappears as you're walking. That was pretty amazing. That was my top choice on art on that specific cruise. I know that I was looking at some pictures on the Viva, and one of the art sculptures that they have on the Viva, which is really cool, is the rock, paper, scissors sculpture. And it has a rock on the bottom, a paper kind of flying, and then you got the scissors on top. And I think that was pretty cool. So eventually one day when I get to be on that ship, I would like to see that art, face to face, and see how cool that might be. Because I know the pictures sometimes don't do justice of when you're seeing the actual thing in reality. But I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that showed up on Wednesday and was part of our show. It was really cool to see the show, all the people interacting on the community, the questions we had. So it was really, really nice. Hopefully, as we continue, to grow across the waves, as Mike and Rihanna, Alice Lugo Studios, and Cruising with Keith, when they get to go on their trips, if they're going on a Wednesday, then Across the Wave will come live from whatever ships they're going to be, so that it'll give you guys the opportunity to see a ship like right there, like in live version, like instead of like on a vlog that it's been edited or anything like that. It's kind of like live. I noticed that by doing that, the views on those specific shows have been tremendous. Like I checked out how many people have viewed that specific ship and that specific live stream, and the numbers are up there. So means that people like to see, like live streams on these ships. It's hard as a creator because the Wi-Fi sometimes doesn't work properly. But I was blessed enough to be able to, where we were stationary. We were not moving, so the Wi-Fi was really good on that area. So if you ever want to one day travel on a celebrity cruise, I do recommend it. That's one of my favorite cruises. It's a little bit on the expense, but I do recommend. And don't be afraid, because sometimes celebrity have really great deals. You just have to have a really good travel agent to find you those deals. Not so long ago, I have a client of mine that as she's going on the Equinox, is an interior cabin, and I think between her and her husband, they paid about $1,900 with port taxes and fees on a 7-day cruise. That was really good for a celebrity. Mind you, they didn't have the drink package, but that's still a really good price without the drink package. We can do a live show on the Paradise next year. Yeah, definitely. We can do a lot of different things, Mike. When once you know how good your Wi-Fi is, and like if you're gonna go, if you're on a port, let's say if we do Across the Wave on Wednesdays, and you guys are on a port, and because when you're on port, the Wi-Fi is way better than you at sea, so you can always schedule it to be on, when you're on port, so that way you get good Wi-Fi. But I tested the Wi-Fi out a couple of times, and I knew that we had really great Wi-Fi. They were using Starlink, but also we were only 1,000 people on this ship, and half of the people that were on the ship were not even on the phones or doing, they were just enjoying whatever it is that they were doing. Just some of us were doing vlogging, and I didn't see, other than Harsh Travel, he was there. And there was another content creator. Oh my God, I forgot his name. I also saw him, and I got to say hello to him. Oh my God, I forgot his name. I think it's Matt, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, because now I'm going to be thinking about it. But I believe his name is Matt. Let me see. Matt Hochberg, I think it is. Yep, Matt Hochberg. He was there on the Ascent. He very nice guy. I actually saw him when we were doing the kind of like they had like a little shore excursion, which was a sea excursion, where they took one of those ships down, and then we got to go see Ascent around. Where when it was my turn to go in, he was actually coming out of one. So he was really nice guy. I said hello to him. We didn't talk a whole lot, but I did say hello. He said hi back. And then, he was on his way. I did not get to talk to Hard Travel because when I was on the way I was in the art gallery, and he was in there. He was having a conversation with his daughter. So I didn't want to, bother him during that time. But I did say hello real quick, and I just kept on going. But I didn't see him after that. There was another young content creator there. I forgot what his name was, and I do have his channel. I have to look at in my things that I have from Ascent, because he gave me a card with his channel, and he was also there vlogging that ship. But I didn't. There was more media than they were content creators, so it was really nice. It was a really nice experience altogether. I had a really great time, in Ascent. Let me see. Matt from Royal Caribbean Blog. Yep. Okay, so he's from Royal Caribbean Blog. I know that I think his name is it Daniel from Daniel Hard Travel or something like that. He was there, and he was filming the how do you call it, the different types of rooms that they had available, because one of the days they had, I think it is the iconic room. They were a private filming in there, and I know he was in there, so that was probably what he was doing in there, because they were not showing it for a little bit until they were done, and once they were done, they had opened it up to everybody. But it was crazy. I was thankful that I went the day before, and I actually got to record all of the different types of staterooms, because if you see on Thursday when I did my live stream, I wanted to take you to the iconic cabin. The line was horrendous. It was like long, like it was crazy. But there's a vlog that is going to be coming out soon about all the different cabin categories. I know that Jaden is working on the first vlog that is going to be coming out this Thursday. And I'm hoping to do like a couple of different vlogs to get Ascent out of the way, because I want to start doing our Carnival Venecia vlogs right after that. And then we have Horizon, because we're a little bit backed up with all this stuff. Danny from Hard Travel. Yes, Mike. So I'm going to do Ascent real quick. We're going to get all those vlogs out. Then we're going to start with Venecia, then Horizon, because next month I will be on Celebrity. Not Celebrity. I wish I was on Celebrity. Norwegian Escape. So I think Across the Wave is going to be coming out live from there on Wednesday. I got to get with the team to figure out, how we're going to work all of that, because we haven't gone into January's yet. We have all of December set, and we're going to have to talk about our January. What ports are we going to talk about and all of that? So that's coming up next. And the team knows that whenever they get ready to do a cruise, if they want to and if they could, they're more than welcome to also bring that to the Across the Wave show. So that way everybody can get that opportunity to run that show, and us be able to see the different types of cabins and different types of ships out there. Not every ship is meant to be for everybody. There's ships that are that you have to make sure that you find your right line and what you like Eddie. I know that Eddie loves Norwegian, and I know that maybe that's his style of cruising forever and a day. But like me, I used to be a lot of Carnival, and then from Carnival I went to Royal. I was happy with Royal, then I went back to Carnival, then I did Norwegian Prima, and I was okay. Norwegian Prima's good, but when I got on Celebrity Apex, it was completely different. I felt like I was home, like, oh my God, this is really what I like. The only problem is that they're very expensive. That's the only problem. But it's just a matter of finding a good price to be able to go. Like right now, when I went on the Ascent, I was very happy. I'm like, hey, I get to see. It's so weird because I'm going on Beyond in February, and I got to see Ascent before I seen Beyond, because I've never been on Beyond. So I was looking, and Beyond, I've had it for like close to 3 years booked, and finally I'm gonna get to go. So that's how I took it so far in advance, because they're expensive, so that I can be able to get everything situated to be able to go on that cruise. And I did a sunset veranda on that one. So that's going to be pretty cool when I start vlogging, because it's on the aft of the ship. So I can't wait to see how those vlogs are going to turn out. So I'm looking forward to all of that. So what else are you guys doing, all day on Tuesday? I'm happy that you all are here. We have like about 11 people so far here. That's pretty cool. Hopefully everybody has hit their like button. If you have not done so, if you can please hit that like, I would appreciate it. It'll help us with the channel, help you guys bring out more content. And, we're here working hard for you guys. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We have our Across the Way show. Tomorrow we are talking about the Port of New York, guys. So if you're interested in learning about New York, come check us out tomorrow. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're talking about the Port of New York and all the good stuff that is in New York. I actually been to New York a couple of times. And it's weird because I've been to New York, and it's kind of like one of those places where you kind of go, but you have not actually been, because it's not the same when you go for like a day or two. You kind of like don't see the city like you're supposed to. The first time I went and I stood in Brooklyn, New York. We were there for 3 days. I did that first time. I kind of like took a little peek in Times Square, and maybe we were there for like a little bit, and then that was it. And I came back to Florida. The second time I went for a wedding. And that second time I stood in Staten Island, and we were there for 5 days. So that time I was able to go into Times Square, and we actually got to walk around. So that was pretty cool. And then the third time that I went was I did a kind of like a road trip with my kids, that we went from Florida to Pennsylvania to New Jersey, New York, Chicago, and then we came back to Florida. So it was really cool. I have never been there. What is it like? I know, right, Eddie? You've never been to New York. We celebrated Mike's birthday today. I know Mike. Everybody say happy birthday to Mike. Mike's birthday was today. He's getting younger, Mike. Mike is getting a lot younger now. So happy birthday, Mike. But yeah, it's really nice. I remember when I went to New York, I forgot what his name was. He's like a magician or something, and he was in Times Square dangling from this rope thing, and he was there. He has been there. When I went, he was there for like already 20 something hours, and he was going to be there for longer than that. And what he was doing is they were collecting funds for some charity or something like that. It was weird, and he was just there, just dangling from this thing in the cold weather. I'm like, you good? He turned 30 today. Oh, Mike turned 30 today. Who's David? Eddie, who is David? Oh, David Bain. Yes. I was in Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't know. Were you there during that time when he was like on Times Square dangling from this thing? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think he was actually some type of charity. It was to do something with a charity. I found it like strange that you had this guy in the cold weather in New York dangling from this rope thing that they had him. Oh, see, Eddie was there. See, well, Eddie, I was over there in the same time that you were there. Could you imagine? We didn't even know each other. So I went to Times Square during that time, and it was really cool. We ate at and there's a restaurant in Manhattan that is that you eat up in the top and it's going around. I forgot. Don't quote me on the name. This has been many years, and we went to eat at that restaurant there. I forgot, but I know I think it's the Marriott something, and you're up there in the restaurant during. We went during the night, so we couldn't see a whole lot. But they said that when you go during the day, you can see like a lot of like New York area and all of that. So I think that must be cool during the day, but we went during the night because that was the only availability they have. And one of the cool things was if you ever go to that restaurant, it's expensive. Let me tell you, I didn't know how much expensive it was until I went there. But the cool part was that when you get out to go to the restroom, you got to remember how to come back in because the restaurant's going around. So you don't want to end up in an area where you're not seated. So it was weird. But other than that, it was pretty cool. Everybody knows me in Brooklyn. Lord have mercy. Everybody knows Eddie in Brooklyn. Eddie and Ivan. Eddie, I'm going to have to call Ivan about this Marjorie thing. I'm going to tell him, that he needs to like move away from Marjorie because Marjorie is in other places checking out. But it's Ivan is in my no, I know Ivan is in Miami, but when you were little, didn't he live with you in Brooklyn? You guys didn't live together? I can't believe Ivan lives in Miami, but you're in Georgia. This is so weird. Well, I don't have brothers and sisters, so maybe that's why it's weird. Look at him. He's like, who? But yeah, it's really cool. Like when you go to different places like that, it's nice to visit other places. But I always felt that I've been to New York, but I've never been to New York because of that. Because I just kind of like go in and then I just leave. He has a house in Miami. I know he has a house over here. I'm just saying that it's. I'm talking about when you were in Brooklyn that he lived with you there. Eddie moved from Miami to New York to be with me. Oh, look at that. Oh, the love. Oh, look at him. He's like, I moved to New York to be with Alice. Oh, how cute. He says he's like I'm gonna leave Ivan and the rest and everybody out for Alice. See, Eddie, you did a good thing. You did a good when you picked Alice. That's amazing. But yeah, so it's really cool. I've been Miami is nice though. Miami is really nice. They have some really cool places in Miami, especially now that they have that new what is that called? The guitar over there in Fort Lauderdale, the Hard Rock Guitar Hotel. That was pretty cool. I left my parents, brothers, and sister in Miami. So that means you used to live in Brooklyn, and then from Brooklyn you moved to Miami, and then you went back to New York. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna have to bring you into the show to interview you, Eddie. And I'll bring you and Alice both, and we could interview both of you guys, since you guys have two different YouTube channels. And then we could bring Marjorie and Ivan. I would love to do that. Bring Marjorie and Ivan on live on this show. I think that'll be great. That is awesome, Eddie. That I didn't know you lived in Miami. Miami's nice. It's really cool over here in Miami. I was born in Puerto Rico, grew up in Miami, then moved to New York in 2005. Oh, look at that. That's Eddie's whole life. You want to do that, Eddie? You want to bring Ivan and Marjorie? That is so cool. That is so cool. See, you never know where the show is going to take. We started talking about cruises. Now we're talking about Eddie and Alice. But yeah, it's really cool to see other places. I know, Mike, for you and for Rihanna, once you start cruising, you're going to understand the passion and the love all of us have for this cruising community even more, because you're going to see the reason why we love it so much, and you're going to get hooked. And once you're there, forget it. You're going to need at least a couple of jobs just to cruise. I'm the one from Brooklyn. Okay. All right, Alice. That is really cool. I know, right? Marjorie, who I always, when in the mornings, Eddie, I don't know if you notice, whenever I see her, I say, "Hey, Marjorie Lugo, how are you?" But yeah, Mike, you're gonna have to get a couple of jobs. I don't know what you're gonna do, you and Rihanna, but once you go on this paradise, and mind you, you're gonna start your cruising career in a smaller ship. Could you imagine when you go on the mega ships and the big ones? That's gonna be insane. Like when you see all of that, it's crazy. I know I'm gonna have to do a whole love and marriage show. Hey, we could do a love and marriage show on traveling with Tinkerbell one of these Tuesdays nights. It'll be fun. But no, tomorrow we have Across the Waves, and then after Across the Waves, I have a Sunday show with Miss Cheryl, and then we'll go back to our normal schedule on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Sundays. They're going to be hooked. I know they're going to be hooked. There's not going to be anybody that's going to, once he goes on this paradise, it's going to be it. And then if he goes, we got to get him on another ship. Mike, if I do the group, I might want to get you on Celebration, because that's a bigger ship, and you're going to love it. You're going to, yeah, probably get, probably, no, erase the probably, you're going to get hooked. It's crazy, but I love it. I love being in the ocean and hearing the ocean waves. It's a different lifestyle, to be honest with you. It's a different type of living. You get to see so many different places. How would I explain it? You get to see different ports. You get to meet so many different great people on board. Once you are on board, I don't know if the people that are here right now live can actually maybe attest to this information, but have you guys noticed that once you're on board and that ship leaves, like, it's a different world. Like, everybody is at peace. We talk with each other. We interact with each other. We have a really good time. We have a lot of great laughs. A lot of amazing things happen on a cruise. There's a different type of bond that you do with all the different people that are coming from all over the world. They get on these ships, compared to when you're in land, that everybody has, opinions and all of that. On a cruise ship, everybody's like, forget about all of that. We're on a vacation. And it's really cool, especially when you do cruises where you have children. I'm not sure if you guys have ever noticed that sometimes they have like scavenger hunts for little kids and stuff like that. And some of the kids come to like the adults around the ship asking for different items or different things. And I've noticed that the people are more helpful and more they interact more, with the kids and all of that on a cruise ship. It's crazy the things that you see. So Mike, be ready for eye opener like that, because it's very different. It's really cool. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna be with a lot of people. Get a lot of the creators. Um, when you go on the cruise and you go on this group that Eddie is doing right now, and you meet everybody, that's when you actually put everybody's face, everybody's personality, all of that together, and it's different. It's so cool. It's so cool to see. That's one of the things that motivates me to come here and do all that I do, because I love to see that community, come together as one. Hey, Globies Travels, how are you? So I like to see that community come together as one, and it's so beautiful to see that and to interact with each other. So it's really cool, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I can't wait to see how your experience is when you go on your first cruise. I remember when I did my first cruise, it was on Enchantment of the Seas, and it was during the summertime, and I've never been on a cruise ship before. And I remember I was a little scared and a little worried, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going on this cruise. I've never been on one. I don't know what to expect. And once the ship left and it's like you're inside of the ship, and unless you're outside, you know that you're on the water. But other than that, when you're inside and you're interacting and you're doing all of that, you kind of forget where you are at. So it was really cool to experience that, and that's when my love for cruising started. But I also, when I did my first cruise, it was a little different. So when I did my second one, that's when I really fell in love with cruising, on the second one, because it was a different experience altogether. The people that I went with was a different experience, and I've been cruising ever since. And for the last, I'm going to say 10 years, I probably do between 4 and 5 cruises a year for the last 10 years, except for COVID time. For COVID time, obviously, we didn't do anything. But even during COVID, I had like about maybe 6 cruises booked. And the Beyond is one of those cruises that I have booked during COVID. And now look at that. What is it? 2020. I'm going to be doing it in 2024. So that's how long, that ship has been. I've been waiting to get on that ship. So it's really nice. Once you start getting into the habit of that, you'll make it happen. A lot of experience. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of experienced cruisers. Like I have some people that I've noticed. How did they ask me, well, I can't, I don't have the money to cruise, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. I always tell them, I said, if you make an effort and something very simple, like if you decide to cut back on eating out as much, or Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, all of that in one year, all of that adds up. And I will tell you this story. For my son's 15th birthday, Jaden, he's now 21. But back then, I had gone through my divorce in 2017, and he wanted to go on the Harmony. And back then, the Harmony is one of those biggest ships, and it was just me. It was just my income with my kids, and I wasn't even a travel agent at that time. So what I did was I cut back on eating out. I cut back on a lot of things, and that freed up all the money that I use to pay for Harmony of the Seas. So as a travel agent, a lot of people says, oh, you guys travel a lot. How do you guys do it? And I said, well, you just have to, you just have to be mindful. So what I did during my years, I now have a travel budget. And that travel budget, I don't touch it. That's like paying a bill. That's like having like a cable bill or whatever. That's my travel money. And that is religiously coming out of anything that I do. So that's how I pay for my trips. So I made that happen in my life. So I know that a lot of people can do, you can cut back a little bit depending on the kind of ship you want to go and how much you want to spend. If you look at how much you spend in a year by drinking, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, you can always cut back a little bit and use some of that money to go travel. You don't have to buy an expensive cruise. You can go on one that is $600 or $700, just to go on a cruise, and you can still do it, on a budget, and you can still have a good time and get to see other places. And then you don't have to go just to the Bahamas, or you can go other places for that same money. You just got to look for the right pricing. So, and that's what we're here for as travel agents, we can help you with that. But for those that are interested in the first Traveling with Tinkerbell group cruise, I'm going to be getting more information. I'm going to put out more information out there. Mike, I'm going to call you sometime this week, because there's something I want to talk to you about when it comes to the group cruises. So I want to talk to you about something. And it's just great. Like the cruising community, as you can see, we all come together, as one always. We always are there for each other. And it's just, you're going to see, Mike, how amazing it is to do it. And I can't wait to be there for your first, travels on your first cruise. It's going to be amazing for you and Rihanna. We're really looking forward to. We just got to figure out a way of capturing your first steps, your baby steps into your first cruise. I think that'll be really cool for you to have it on a vlog, for you to put out there. But don't forget, guys, tomorrow, again, Across the Wave is coming out at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about the Port of New York. And I believe Cruising with Keith lives in New York. So he's excited because tomorrow we're bringing New York. Eventually, one day I'll have a bagel. According to Eddie and everybody that's been in New York, says that those bagels are good. I've been to New York, but I've never had a bagel. So one day it'll come. And if you guys are ever traveling to Tampa, Florida, call me. Let me know ahead of time. Maybe we could meet up and I can maybe show you some of this area as well. I have no problem with that. I'm a very friendly person, as you can see. I have no problems. I met with Cruising with Keith and his lovely wife. We had a great time, and I truly, enjoyed, meeting with him. I met with Cheryl and Jeremy as well. And eventually I'm looking forward to meeting with Eddie and Alice, and eventually the Muster Drill and Mike and Rihanna and Ross and a lot of great people. Okay, that's why I was late. I'm on the Central Time. Oh, yeah, it's I'm on the Eastern time. I'm on the Eastern Standard Time. So I do apologize, but you're here now, so that's what counts. I'm happy that you're here. But yeah, guys, we're gonna continue to move forward and go on the right direction. If you guys need any travel or anything like that, you can always email me at jagonzalez@expediacruises.com. I'm going to put it here for you guys. I need to put a little pin so that everybody can have it. There it is. And my cell number, 813-608-2935. There you go. That way, if you ever need to get in contact with me, that will be my cell number and my email address. That's how you get a hold of me at any time of the day, 7 days a week, except when I'm asleep. If I'm asleep, my phone is going to be on vibrate and I'm not going to hear it. Other than that, when I get up, my phone is on from 7:30 to about maybe 8 o'clock or 11, depending on my work day. But it's always on for you guys. So if you guys ever need, even if you guys got to just call and say hello and whatever, it doesn't have to be travel, but I'm always here for anybody. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming in today. I know it's what we're about 54 minutes in. If anybody has any questions, anything that you guys want to ask before we leave here tonight, anybody cruising anytime soon? This month, anybody has any cruises in the month of December? I don't have anything in the month of December. I have January, but not December. Let's see. I don't know. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I have some people that were going out in May. And I think Alice and Eddie, do you guys have anything other than the one in October? I don't know if they have any in but have one until October because that's the only one he has. So maybe nobody's traveling this month. All right. So all right, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys go. If you guys have like any questions, just comment down below. If you're watching the replay, just hit hashtag replay so that we can know. Ooh, wait. Ooh. Oh, that's right. You guys are going on the Prima. Is that for your birthday, Eddie? And that's for your 59th birthday? That is so cool. June 2nd. Ooh, celebrity eclipse. Ooh, that one's going to be cool. You guys going to Bermuda. I love Bermuda. Bermuda is so nice. It's so beautiful. If you guys ever been to Bermuda, put that on your bucket list. Okay, so you have one for your birthday, then you have June, and then October. Okay, that sounds really good. See, you're even on a celebrity eclipse. So I bet you had a really good deal for that celebrity eclipse cruise, Eddie. Alice did. Okay. So okay. Yeah, I remember Alice did that with her sisters back in 2010. Okay. Oh, nice on an RCO. Bermuda's nice. Whoever hasn't done Bermuda, I like going to Bermuda because you dock there either 2 to 3 days. So that is really cool. It gives you enough time to actually look at the port and enjoy it and take it all in. Alice got a great deal with, I bet, because that's really cool. I'm telling you, the deals with celebrity are out there. You just got to find them. You got to have somebody that knows how to look for them and find those deals. That is awesome. See, that's a 3-day Bermuda. I know because I did it on the Carnival Breeze. No, lies. I did it on the Carnival Magic, and we did a 3-night stay. It was 3 nights. We stopped in Puerto Rico. We left out of Miami. Stopped in Puerto Rico, stopped in Grand Turk. Well, we did Miami, Puerto Rico, Bermuda, back, and then we did Grand Turk, and then we came back to Miami. But I like going to Bermuda because you dock there, and then you have 2 or 3 days to enjoy the port, and you can just come in and out of the ship with no problems. January 26th, Tropic, like it's hot group cruise in Texas. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you guys are leaving out of Galveston on that one. Because I know that's the one that Cheryl and the mustard drill is going, right? That is so cool. I'm guessing, well, I guess from where you are driving to Texas, maybe to Galveston, is going to be what, like maybe 14 hours, maybe from where you guys are, something around there. If that's the case, that's not that bad. That's pretty cool, though. Jeremy and Cheryl, not Scott. Okay, 10 hours. Okay, that's not bad. I thought Scott from the mustard drill was going with you. Okay, maybe he was talking about something different. Oh, that's not bad, Eddie. 10 hours. Hey, Ross, what's going on? How you been, sir? You been good? We're getting ready to leave in a little bit on the Prima. Okay. That is so cool, Eddie. You guys are going to have a great time. Okay. You guys are going to have a really cool time on that ship. You're going to love the Prima. That's a beautiful ship. You're going to enjoy it. And for Alice, if she likes Deck 8, Alice is thebomb.com. Let me tell you, because you can walk Deck 8 from front to the back like on a circle. And it's so pretty. It has so many different art sculptures and different things, and they have like little pool areas and day beds and all that stuff. Hello, Em. How are you? Welcome in. I already love the Prima since, yeah, it's just beautiful. Oh, you're just busy, Ross. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Em, how are you? Today when I was going through my Facebook, I saw a picture of your fur baby. He's so cute. He or she, I don't know. It's so cute. So I was going on Facebook and I said, "Oh, look at how cute." My niece just left. Oh, that's nice. Is your fur baby a girl or a boy? That is so cool. Let me see. I already looking forward to the aqua. Oh, she's a poodle. What's her name, Em? Oh, that is so cute. I was looking at her picture. She's so cute. Her name is Fiona. Oh, that is awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming in today. Thank you, Em, for coming in. Like Shrek and Fiona. Oh my God. And you got Donkey. You get a little gray cat and you can call him Donkey. He'll be cute. I used to have a little cat. Well, it was a she, and it was my daughter's cat, and her name was Kitty. So yeah, I have a girl, and then I had the boy that was Shadow, and they both have passed away. I think Kitty lasted. She was with us for about 20 years. Yeah, that is so cute. Well, thank you guys for coming in today. Thank you, Em and Ross, for coming in. I appreciate everybody that's been here supporting us all throughout. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock for our Across the Wave show. And that Across the Wave show is with Alice Lugo Studios, Mike and Rihanna, Rihanna's life adventure, and Cruising with Keith, and yours truly, Traveling with Tinkerbell. We all come together and we'll bring you a show tomorrow. We'll be talking about the port of New York. I know Kat's live a long time because she was like 20 years and she was still good, but she died of old age. Um, but thank you so much for coming in. I love you all to the moon and back, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Bye. Thank you guys.